Have you ever wondered how much damage a single plastic bag can cause to our environment? In today's world, plastic is an inescapable presence. Whether we are sipping a drink, shopping for groceries, or even just walking down the street, plastic is all around us. Yet, this ubiquitous material, designed for convenience, is a silent predator, wreaking havoc on our environment in ways we are only beginning to understand. Plastic takes hundreds of years to decompose, and during this time it slowly releases harmful chemicals into the soil, the air, and our water systems. It's an insidious form of pollution that affects every aspect of our environment. From the land we walk on to the water we drink and the air we breathe, plastic pollution is a pervasive threat. There are three main types of plastic pollution: land, water, and air, each with its own set of devastating consequences. It's startling to comprehend the extent of damage a seemingly harmless plastic bag can wreak. The figures behind plastic pollution can be a real eye-opener. Let's dive into the depths of this issue, shall we? Each year the world produces a staggering 300 million tons of plastic. Now imagine the weight of every single human on Earth. Double it, triple it. You're still not there yet. That's how much plastic we're talking about. Out of this enormous amount, a shocking 10% ends up in our oceans. That's 30 million tons of plastic every year, swirling in our seas, strangling our marine life and disrupting delicate ecosystems. This is not just about the occasional plastic bag ensnared on a coral reef or a soda ring around a turtle's neck. No, it's a catastrophic invasion affecting more than 600 marine species, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. But the damage isn't confined to our oceans. Our lands bear the brunt of this onslaught too. About 50% of all the plastic we produce is designed for single use. Much of this ends up in landfills, where it can take up to 1,000 years to decompose. In the meantime, it leaches toxic chemicals into our soil and groundwater, contaminating the very resources we depend on to survive. And then there's the air pollution. When we burn plastic, it releases a cocktail of toxic chemicals into the air, including dioxins, furans, mercury, and polychlorinated biphenyls. The long-term exposure to these pollutants can lead to reproductive, developmental, and other health issues in humans and wildlife. Of course, these are just numbers, but they paint a vivid picture of the monumental damage we're inflicting on our planet. The scale of plastic pollution is more than just a series of facts and figures. It's a narrative of negligence and a lack of respect for our shared home. These staggering numbers reveal the severity of plastic pollution and its devastating impact on our planet. Let's remember though that numbers also represent potential for change. And that's a conversation for the next scene. The aftermath of plastic pollution is not just limited to our environment. It infiltrates every aspect of our lives, even in ways we can't see or immediately feel. The impact on human health and wildlife is profound and disturbing. Microplastics, tiny particles of plastic less than 5 millimeters in size, have found their way into our food chain. They're in the fish we eat, the water we drink, even in the air we breathe. The potential health risks associated with this invasion are still being studied, but preliminary findings are concerning. Beyond our dinner plates, the harm plastic waste causes to marine and terrestrial wildlife is heartbreaking. Whales with stomachs full of plastic bags, birds with plastic rings around their necks, sea turtles entangled in abandoned fishing nets. These are not isolated incidents, but daily realities. We are all interconnected in this ecosystem, and the repercussions of plastic pollution are far-reaching. Our actions today will determine the health of our planet and its inhabitants tomorrow. The plastic problem is vast, but it's not insurmountable. We've delved into the silent predator that is plastic, a seemingly innocuous material that has infiltrated nearly every corner of our world, from the deepest oceans to the highest peaks. We've examined the staggering numbers behind the damage, a bleak testament to our reliance on this non-biodegradable substance. We've seen the aftermath, the consequences of plastic pollution that ripple out, impacting ecosystems, wildlife, and even our own health. But remember, we are not powerless in this fight. The first step is to reduce our own plastic consumption. Opt for reusable items over single-use plastics. Recycle diligently. Support local and global policies that aim to curb plastic pollution. Engage in beach cleanups or similar initiatives in your community. We must remember that every small action counts. Every small action counts. Together, we can tackle the plastic problem and safeguard our planet for future generations.